Oh my God. We got Brittany Renner, the sexually liberated 30-year-old feminist, all right? She's regretting her decisions. We gotta talk about this, man.
I allowed myself to just be like used up by men. And
hey, we gonna stop it right there, bundle of Brittany, okay? That's her social media handle, by the way. First of all, if you don't know about her, she has a little bit of a very interesting past, okay? I already did some videos on her. I think I have a playlist too. Make sure y'all go check that out, okay? She has a very interesting past. She is like on the forefront of the whole women taking advantage of men, women just getting money from guys, using guys for their resources, like if they drive, if they have a house, blah blah blah, etc., okay? She's like on the forefront of that, like literally to the extent of making videos, okay? And I'm not capping, you can look it up, making videos on how to finesse guys, like, and had no shame about that. So my question is, from that first portion of that clip, you say the men used you up. Was that the case, or did you use them? Because your mentality was, let me use them for their resources. So now that you 30 years old and regretting your decisions, they used you? Is this sympathy? It's giving sympathy card. Let's get back into this video, man.
that came from a lack of self-worth. I did not understand my value that I was born with. I didn't. And
I did not. She had to emphasize that. Besides that, though, the value she was born with, that whole premise right there, I've come to understand recently over these past few years, or not even years, over these past few months, I've come to understand that. Because just that statement alone, the value that she was born with, only women could say that. Like, you know, I've been listening to a lot of Andrew Tate or whatever the case is, and the way he breaks it down is simple for anyone who doesn't understand. Only girls, only females are born with innate value. Only females get cherished. Like little girls are very much often cherished a lot more. Like even in school, in elementary school, girls get preferential treatment. But I'm just trying to make the point. Only women are born with value. Men, as guys, we have to create that value. We have to become valuable later on in life. A female, a woman would always have some type of value. It's a societal thing, absolutely. But that's all that matters at this point.
I gave, again, people look at sex differently, but sex is spiritual unification. At the end of the day, I don't care how you spin it. It's spiritual.
For women.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
for
women.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. For women, it's spiritual unification.
All right. The whole spiritual unification. I don't disagree with that at all. But I'm glad that, okay, so that woman that's interviewing Brittany Renner, her name is Just Pearly Things, or that's a username, whatever case it. People call her Andrew Kate, okay? But besides that, I'm glad that she made the distinction. That's whole spiritual unification. Don't get me wrong. I know I'm gonna generalize, but for the most part, it's women who get that soul tie, spiritual connection type shit from sex. For the most part, okay? Now, with that being said, for the most part, guys don't feel that same way. Now, here's the thing. Here's the asterisk, because there are some guys who would fall in love with a girl off of the first intercourse, and there are some girls who could have 3,000 partners and never fall in love. But those are exceptions. For the most part, and here's a generalization again, for the most part, guys can detach the emotions, detach all the extra feelings and shit like that from any sexual intercourse, while girls can't, for the most part. All right, you probably hear some guys say, oh, you know, they had sex with this girl one time and now she can't get away from me, now she can't get enough. Situations like that, and vice versa. You hear a girl say, oh, you know, I let him sleep with me one time and now he won't leave me alone. You see, it's cases like that. Let's get back into this video.
And people that I've shared my body with, when I think about my list, it's repulsive because they didn't deserve it. But that was an outcome of me discounting my worth.
Okay. This could be a very underrated point because, you know, I check the comment section all the time and not many people was mentioning this shit. But when she said she had to think about her list, I'm like, wait, hold on, yo. Hold on, this is a byproduct of feminism, though. I'll always clown that shit. You have to think about a list? You know, people could make a list of like 2-3 people. You know, I wouldn't even call that a full-on list, but you know, 2-3 people could be put on a list. But when she said she had to think about her list, and then she made a disgusted face, I'm like, man, there's probably hundreds of people on that damn list, bro. And of course, she has a little bit of a track record of the industry guys she's been with. But let's think about all the other guys she's been with before she got into the industry. To me, that kind of like, whoa, like, I couldn't believe she said that shit, bro. Into this a little bit later, but this is that feminist, sexually liberated crap. You know, this is the end goal. This is the end result. I mean, not end goal. This is the end result of that.
And it's disgusting. I hate even having that spiritual tie in any type of way. But yeah, I would absolutely change sexually how I move around. And not even necessarily because of like the societal outcome. It's more so from my self-worth.
Like, how it makes you like feel.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good knowing that you gave a sacred part of you to a man that looked at sex with you as taking a piss. It's not fulfilling. It's disgusting to think about. And I feel like I've beat myself up every single day for my decisions. And what people say about me online holds no candle to what I've told myself on a daily basis. Like, I've been called worse by better, and that better being me. Like, I have talked down to myself, and I felt like I was unworthy for a very long time. And I would say this is more of a recent awareness, like in the past year, where I'm like,
okay, she had a lot to say. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this shit. This is the end result for those sexually liberated feminists who think they could just sleep around, take advantage of guys, get all their resources and shit like that. This is the end result, all right? Now, her point that she said she would change the way she moved around. My question would be, or like my thought process was, on some real pessimistic shit, I wonder if she's for real about that. Like, if she could have a redo at life, which no one can, it's just a hypothetical. If she could have a redo at life, would she actually change? Because you got to think about it. For you to go on your damn camera, turn your camera on, and give women tips on how to finesse guys, here's my thing, pessimism, I don't care. She only regrets these decisions because she's a single mom and no guy that knows her would take her serious. So she has no promise of a marriage, no promise maybe even of any more kids. That's why she would change her situation. I would bring this up. I would question her. If a rich guy, who industry or not, whatever her standards are, were to come and marry her and you know, take that, you know, put on the cape, take that role, would she still be regretting those decisions? I'll tell you, I feel like she only regrets this shit because no guy would take her serious now. This is the thing, though. This is the thing. And maybe maybe next generation, maybe a few hundred decades or hundreds of years from now, these feminists will start to understand. Don't be like Bundle or Brittany. Don't be like Mia Khalifa regretting all your sexual partners, but in the moment you probably had no regrets at all. Don't be like that. You're gonna end up like this. And oh, another thing, notice how she said this is a recent revelation. She recently started to think this in the past year. Check her age. I did. She's 30 now. You see, when that 30 wall kicks, when that 30 wall starts to approach, that's when the realization starts to come in. Woo, man, let me know what you think about this though. I'm curious. I'm telling you, this is really a lot of these women's fate. Let me know what y'all think though, man. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, man, and more videos coming soon.